New Tool Day Tuesday, where I share with you guys unique and useful tools that I myself use all the time and I think you might be interested in. And you guessed it, today we're going to talk about strippers. And that's wire strippers for you people that your minds are starting to wonder right now. Now in my arsenal of tools, I have all kinds of wire strippers, but we're only going to talk about a handful. We're going to talk about electrician wire strippers, the standard cheap wire strippers that do get the job done, and we're going to talk about automatic wire strippers. If you haven't seen an automatic wire stripper yet, you need to take a look at these. They're pretty cool and not all that expensive anymore. Your standard pair of electrician wire strippers are typically more of a multi-tool. They have a set of pliers in the end. They have a couple of different types of wire strippers, two sets for 14 and 12 gauge Romex. They have independent wire strippers down here in the bottom, again for 14 and 12, your standard wiring that you would use when you're wiring up a home. And then there's some bolt cutters right here, which a lot of people don't know about these, but we'll talk about those too in a second. And then obviously there are some wire cutters right here. So as you can see, they're definitely made for the trade. It's very easy to strip off the outer sheathing of the Romex. And then it's also very simple to reach in here and independently strip each individual wire. Then you can take the pliers themselves and put maybe a little hook on it, like this. And that might be what you use to hook it into a terminal end, like that. Commonly found, at least in the US, on these types of switches and plugs, there are these screw head bolts, and you can trim those up with these by screwing them into the little hole on these guys. And then when you squeeze it, you can trim it. These are threaded holes, so as you back the screw out, it'll clean that thread up. So you're not messing up your threads as well. So it's a pretty handy tool that not a lot of people know about. Now your standard wire strippers, like these guys, I actually call them the cheap guys because you can pretty much find these in every store and they're cheap, but they do get the job done. They have a regular set of wire strippers down here on the bottom, a wire cutter. They also have bolt cutters right through here. Some of them are threaded and some of the cheaper ones like this guy are not. You really want the threaded ones, that way it cleans the threads up after you back the bolts back out. And then on the end down here is crimpers. These are for insulated crimps. And as you can see, they work okay. They get the job done, nothing really exciting, and we're all used to them. The crimps actually work okay as well. I did do a video on crimpers. If you haven't seen that video, I will put a link right up there. Now these are automatic wire strippers, and they used to be kind of expensive, but today you can get them relatively cheaply. If I can find a link to any of these strippers, I will put a link down below. I picked these up probably in a big box store, but you could buy them on Amazon, and I even think Harbor Freight carries a pair. But they work really simply. You put your wire in the end, just like this, and you squeeze them, and it automatically strips them. It doesn't matter what wire size, it's automatic. It adjusts itself as you squeeze them. It's pretty cool. They also have a wire cutter built into them that works really well. And then this one has a set of crimpers down here in the bottom for insulated and non-insulated. Some of them, like this set, has a wire stop in the end, so you can adjust this. That way you can get the correct length every time. So these work really well. If you guys have a favorite kind of wire stripper, please comment down below. I'd love to see what you guys are using because, well, maybe I'll add it to my arsenal of tools. If you like these types of videos, please like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos, and at the very least, you might be entertained.